It's a fantastic discussion, and I'm honored to be here. What I've noticed is I think there's been a lot of talk about terminology, about social media, social networking, et cetera, et cetera. What it is just an evolution of the web to a level where people can now not just get information from the internet, but actually become participants and contribute in a manner that really matters to them. So with the emergence of tools and sites like Facebook and Twitter, people have become more than just information providers. They have become more engaged in the process of communication itself. In the last few weeks and months, we have seen the massive power of social media in terms of people organizing to overthrow tyrannical regimes. In fact, we've seen social media being used for, or social media tools being used to provide information. If people remember the Mumbai attacks, one of the things that really helped get the information out, the real-time information out, was Twitter. And CNN and BBC were using Twitter to get the actual on-ground information. In fact, a few hours ago, there's a massive earthquake off Japan, 8.9 on the Richter scale. And the information that is coming out essentially is through Twitter and Facebook at this point, and not the traditional media organizations. So essentially, it's important to understand that we are now at a stage where people are using, especially in India, are using tools, social media tools like Facebook, like Twitter. There are definitely other tools. Definitely YouTube is a big thing, although the lack of high-end broadband infrastructure in India has been a deterrent, and I hope things will change now with introduction of 3G and high-speed internet, which will definitely empower people to start using sites like YouTube, for example, become more visual in their sense, and not just, people have talked about the lack of the lack of literacy levels in India, and also the penetration of the internet. But these are all tools essentially that people can use, and besides Facebook and Twitter, who essentially do, yes, they constitute, everybody knows about them. Facebook itself is over now 600 million users, and India is one of the fastest growing populations on Facebook. So is Twitter. It's one of the largest growing social media networking sites. But there are things like YouTube, there are things like Quora that has just come up, which essentially allows people to ask questions and get right and relevant answers to their questions. And there will be new technologies, we have to definitely evolve with them. People the users themselves will definitely be involved in it, whether the government likes it or not. And it has to, the government agencies, the departments, have to become extremely, well, they have to educate themselves, they have to seek help from professionals, IT companies, etc. And they have to develop strategies to start using these social media and networking tools which matter to them. Not everybody needs to use Twitter, for example. And there have been, obviously, infamous cases on politicians getting hurt by using Twitter too much. We all know about those. But yes, Twitter plays a very important role in sending out information which is immediate, which is topical. Facebook is a lot more involved in the sense that it allows for engagement. And there are a lot of features on Facebook itself, multimedia features. People can upload videos, they can start discussions, they can participate with each other. There's an example of the MCD site, for example, a few questions on that. And people are asking, what if I ask the question and I don't get a response from the responsible party? But there are other people themselves are involved in using all these sites and providing help to each other, or raising issues that maybe you're not aware of. A lot of people still are not very clear about how to use RTI. But social media allows people to share with each other what's the best way to use these tools. The government agencies, yes, definitely have to get more involved, understand what's the best approach for each of them. For some, Facebook might be the best approach. For some, Twitter could be a very important tool in sending out immediate information in terms of, let's say, if there's a natural disaster or some kind of information that needs to be sent out immediately to people. So every tool that is out there, although now it's becoming a bit mishmash. I mean, Twitter offers people the ability to be able to upload photographs and even videos. Facebook definitely has had that for a long time. YouTube is for that, to send out. It helps people even bypass the traditional media, which can be a little sometimes too organized, and sometimes there are even vested interests in the traditional media. It allows people to directly participate with each other and the government. And the government needs to essentially do the same. And I think in India we are very far behind in getting the government to start utilizing the tools and understanding even what is social media, what are the social networking tools that they can use to increase efficiency and get involved with their citizens. So I think that's essentially all I have to say about it, because it's already been a lot of talk on what is social media, and people, I think, understand to a large extent what it can be used for. It's essentially for people to start engaging with their government, with their representatives, and making them understand why it can be important for them, for the government agencies and departments and the representatives to get involved with social media, to let the citizen become more empowered and try to participate for a better government in India, essentially. If anybody has questions, I'll be happy to talk to them. Okay, all right, well, thank you so much.